Hey friends, are you ready to talk a little bit more about transportation? Can you say that with me? Transportation. Nice, good work. So for transportation, we have a lot of transportation that goes up high in the sky, things that fly and you can go in them. Then you have things on the ground that drive on the ground or walk on the ground. Then you have things that go in the sea or on top of the sea. And we're going to talk about all of those in the next couple of days. But today we're going to talk about transportation that's on the land or on the ground. Land is another word for ground, okay? So let's see, can you take a look at some of these pictures with me? First, I have a motorcycle, I have a train, I have a scooter, I have feet. You can travel on the land with your feet. That's transportation. I have a police car, I have a school bus, I have a truck. All of these move on the land. They are transportation on the land. I have a city bus, I have a bicycle, a tractor, a car, and a van. Now, these are things that travel on the land. They're transportation on the land. So I'm going to read you a story about diggers, and those drive on the land. They're transportation on the land. And I wonder what diggers do. Do you know what diggers do? Yes, absolutely. So if you don't know, let's take a read together. Diggers have scoops to dig holes and move dirt. Wow. Diggers are steady on steep banks. So that's a bank, all that big rocks. And rocky slopes. So there's a big hole that diggers go down and they take the rocks and the gravel and the dirt and they pick it up in their buckets. Diggers shovel snow and shift heaps of coal. Coal sometimes you use in your barbecue to cook things. 2 scoops for extra digging. So sometimes they have one in the front and in the back. Rocks and rubble, there's no trouble. Wow, do you see it pouring out? So a digger will scoop up all the rocks and the soil and dump it into a dump truck. You're right. A monster digger for the toughest jobs. Take a look at that scoop. Now, Mrs. O'Reilly just happens to live in the land of transportation. Mrs. O'Reilly's boys love transportation. They love trucks and cars and all sorts of things. So you're gonna take a trip with me, hold on. Here is Mrs. O'Reilly's handy dandy digger. So Mrs. O'Reilly can pull up the digger and I can also pick up the scoop so my scoop can go up and down. See how I can move it? That's my digger. And I have really great horns. Let's find the horn. Beep, beep. And I turn it on. And what else does it do? Oh, it sounds like rocks were being picked up with my digger. Oh, that's to back up, the backing up sound when you reverse. Now this is just a toy, but it looks just like a real digger would, just much smaller and much more fun.